Yay. Okay. So if everyone will go on mute, they can see if you go, depending on where you're at, you can usually see it in the bottom left corner of your phone or your computer, just to help with the background noise. Okay. Thank you so much all for coming and being a part of this call. If at any time you guys have a question that's really important, you feel like you might, not remember, just like raise your hand and I'll see you, or you can click on the phone. There's a little raise hand thing on the phone and it'll pop up so I can see it. So, an old proverb says, if a man wants his dreams to come true, he must first wake up. And of course, that is true for women as well, but I want it to be true to the proverb. But really, if any of us want our dreams to come true, we must first wake up. Now, we are in the business of waking people up from the inside out and allowing them to discover who they really are, what their mission is, what their purpose is, and awaken to their desires to want more in their life or go and really get to experience what their dreams are. So we with Purium have the cleanest, most convenient, most nutrient dense, bioavailable, vitamin and mineral rich, enzymatically alive nutrition known to man, and it's available for less than junk food. So everyone needs what we have in some way or another. Our job is to find out in what way this company can support them with what they need right now in their life. So the more that we can be curious and ask questions to find out what it is that they're looking for and how this can serve them. So whether it be the business opportunity maybe they're experiencing in their life where they are miserable, they go to work every day and they hate their job, or they really want time freedom to be able to take care of their kids and raise their own children instead of paying for someone else to raise them. Or maybe they're craving community and support and love from a family that maybe they don't have, or they don't feel very close to their family, or they don't have the kind of support we have here with this company. Or maybe they are really needing healing. They have something going on in their life, some kind of disease, they need to lose weight, whatever it is. There's so many different things that could be happening that they are really needing some kind of healing around, emotional, physical, spiritual. So what we do is exactly that. We help people heal on an emotional, physical, spiritual way. So the more that we can ask questions and really find out what is going on with someone and be curious to what their experience is, the more that we can really be able to offer help and guidance in that. So really seeking to understand them and where they're coming from, rather than to be understood. Typically in our regular society, we talk so much, we talk over people, we try and get our experience heard and understood, and we just want people to understand us and where we're coming from and what we're doing, and that's all where a lot of arguing even comes from. It's like we want people to understand us, right? But the more that we can seek to understand others and where they're coming from and what their experience is, what they're going through, the more we can actually be a support for them and help give them exactly what they're needing. So remembering that this really is a relationship business. And so the more that we can open relationships in our lives, past relationships, new relationships, and a relationship is everything from the person, the clerk at the grocery store, the farmer at the farmer's market, the person that you're just walking by and you see there, you can feel the more that we become aware of ourselves and the more that we awaken with these powerful nutrient dense earth medicines, the more that we can actually read energy as well. So we'll notice someone when they're kind of cowering and their shoulders are in and they look and feel like there's just something going on with them, like there's some type of pain and suffering that is happening within them. And the more that we can come from a place of caring, from love, and as we call in this company, we call it carefrontation, as opposed to confrontation, but carefrontation. So we're coming from a place of care from our hearts and asking them, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? It's such a simple thing, but it's really, really changed the way that I seeing people and hearing people and the way that people feel seen and heard. Because when you ask someone how they're feeling, it most of the time they're really going to drop into themselves, as opposed to saying, how are you? It's so easy that people, you say, how are you? They're like, good, fine, good. It's just like so robotic, like part of our everyday thing. Like no one's ever even really like dropping in. But when you really ask someone, how are you feeling? They like, whoa, take a second back. They're like, how am I feeling right now? Like, yeah, how are you feeling in your body? And I've gotten this a lot where I ask people that, and they'll be like, wow, I'm actually having a really intense headache right now, or I'm feeling a lot of inflammation in my body, or whatever it is. And then we can really start to ask questions from there as well. So it just opening up those relationships, opening up the conversation to all people that we see, that we may be getting these intuitive hits to go to. And really listening to that intuition inside of us. I have become so much better at listening to my intuition since I've been working this system, using the community, the support, all the lessons I've been learning. And as you become more intuitive, we start to really feel those pulls towards certain people, even if they're just on the street or in our yoga class or whatever it is. And the more that we can listen to those intuitive pulls towards people, the more we will affirm our power, because we start to realize when something incredible comes from that, just you listening to your intuition and allowing yourself to be divinely guided, we start to build this trust in ourselves and this empowering feeling that we can trust our intuition and our inner guidance system. I've had this happen so much and more in the last year than ever before, where I was feeling pulled to someone. And one of the things that happens is I start to get like, my heart starts to beat really fast. And oftentimes when our heart beats fast, we have this like, oh, it's fear, like I'm afraid or something's going to happen. And so we kind of instantly is that when our heart beats fast, you got to do that, go towards that person, and that's something that has been really beautiful for me to experience is like dropping into my heart, seeing how I'm feeling, and then going towards the little bit of like fluttering, scared, maybe a little bit of fear, and realizing also that those chances and opportunities that we might miss by going and carefronting someone and talking to someone are huge. But ultimately, you may never see that person again. You may never, ever encounter that person again. So, what are you really losing to just go up and ask them how they're doing and try and start up a conversation and see how we might be able to help serve them? So one of the biggest things for really getting started with this company that I always suggest to people, that we suggest as part of the business plan and part of the plan of just experiencing the transformation, is having your own like vision around why you're doing this. And we call it your why. What's your why? So your why is really like, it's also your mission. So writing down in your journal, what's my why? Why am I doing this? And getting super, super clear. So writing out why it is that you're doing, first of all, the transformation, adding these superfoods into your life and releasing what no longer serves you. So what it is that you're letting go of, what you're ready to release. Because when we do a transformation too, it's not just releasing the whatever excess weight or, those, maybe it's candida or parasites or the inflammation, but so getting really specific with those physical things you're letting go of, but also what you're wanting to let go of or emotionally and spiritually. What are the blocks that have been holding you back? What are those things within your life that you feel like, even think about like, what is the one thing in my life where if I were to let this go and really, truly let this go, everything else in my life would change. So thinking about that and taking a moment when you write this down, not going to write it down now, but really taking some time to think about these things and getting clear with yourself of what are you letting go? What is holding you back? Where do you feel like your blocks reside? how you can just practice that releasing. So when we're going through our transformation and also going through this full experience of being a part of this community and the system and everything, it really helps when we start to go through more difficult times to be able to look back at our why and our vision and our mission. And so this can also be, around like either being a mom in the Million Mom movement, and you're really dedicated to your family and creating a life for your child and yourself where you have time freedom and where you can be with your child and raise your children. And maybe it's like you want to put your children through school, or you want to do homeschooling or whatever it is, but being super, super clear. I want to utilize this because of this, and get really clear with your goals and your dreams and the way you are using this platform to help you. And maybe it's to help, like I said at the beginning, to awaken the people. And ultimately that's one of like the biggest overall goals, like always for me, is to help awaken the people, because when we awaken the consciousness within all of us, we are a collective consciousness, and we start to awaken the collective. The entire planet starts to awaken as we build and get bigger and bigger and bigger with the amount of people who have become awake and who have become more self-realized. So it's really, as a whole, there's so much power in waking up. So much power. So also remembering to dream big. So much of us, right? So many people in this world especially are dreaming big, but they're playing really, really small. So remembering that the bigger that we dream, the more clear vision we have, even if it seems like really crazy and out there, it's really powerful to have those big dreams and big visions, because you are going to be setting your sights on the overall place that you want to be getting to. It's like setting your trajectory straight and clear and then allowing it to come. So us here especially being we're all so new in terms of this company. It is a very, very new company, and it is so early on. We have the opportunity to be the roots. We can be the roots for our communities, for our families, and for this world, to really open to what's possible and to show people another way of living, and to not just exist, but to truly live and to thrive. So many people out there, you walk around, you see that they're just existing. You see it in their face, you see it in their bodies, you see the way that they walk around. They're just slightly or extremely miserable. So many of us. So what we have here is an opportunity to offer people a way to not just exist in the world, but to really live and to thrive. So that is a really powerful thing that we have to offer people. So what's your why is really important for getting started. Then if you look for everyone who got, I believe, a platinum, and I think if you got the smaller cleanse, it should come with this also. But it's a fast start game plan. This is what it looks like. And this is a really great thing to fill out at the beginning when you're just getting started. And it's got front and back information. Actually, and you'll also have the business plan. You should have this. I think you should have these in your first packets, and you should have a packet that says fast start game plan and the business planning sheet. And if you don't see it for some reason, let me know, but we do have the PDF files in your back office. They're available and you can print them out. So this is really powerful, getting really clear on, I am building my business for the following reasons, and writing down, marking off exactly what you are going for, what you are, why you are doing this, and what is important to you. And then also having the overall, what is your most important goal? So writing this down. And if you need help filling out your specific business plan just for you, we can do a one-on-one business planning session. I can help you with that. But then also looking at where you want to be, what is your goal for this month, and then writing down your income goals. And you can change this. It says 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. And you can change this to be at the beginning, 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months. Or you can do whatever it is that you want, but then also having a plan. So it's committing to. So part of having a vision and a goal is also having a plan. So this plan at the bottom, it's, I am committed to the following income producing activities this month. So it's saying what you're dedicated to in terms of how many hours you're going to be working the business, how many exposures per day, how many follow-up calls. Also learning about all the healthy happy hours that are available. I'm having one this Wednesday, tomorrow. And then we have another one in 2 weeks. And I think I'm going to maybe even do one next week at my house. So having cool. Awesome. So she said she's going to post. Oh, awesome. So she's going to post in this link the business plan suite in the group text. So that'll be great if you guys don't have it and you want to print it out. So also wanting, creating your own healthy happy hour as well, which is always available to you. It's a really great way to have fun and get your friends together, introduce them to the products, show them a video or two, and just have like a really fun way of like helping each other get healthy and sampling out to people. And it can be really simple. It can be a very simple, like literal hour, which is what, is ultimately suggested. Or you can have it be a little bit longer where it's like a full hangout with your friends and you're just having 1 hour of talking about PRM. And then also attending these events. So getting to events are super, super important and extremely powerful. Getting to be around all of the people who are doing this business and getting to hear the stories from people of what they've experienced, where they've come from, like how their life has completely changed. It's so powerful. And getting to experience the high that everyone has when they're on these superfoods and they're on a mission and they're doing this big work in the world. So our soonest event is this weekend, Unconvention, which is going to be incredible, like absolutely life-changing. And then the next really big one that's coming up is our big national convention, which is happening in Dallas, Texas, which is where Amy Venner is originally from, who's the co-founder of the company. That is going to be like, if I'm pretty sure everyone on here is planning on it. I'm not sure if you are, Grayson, but literally like, and Dion, oh my gosh, you guys, this will literally change your world. The convention is absolutely life-changing and it's so much fun and you are just like so fired up and fueled and you get so much knowledge and training. And we actually have this amazing man named Eric Worre who wrote the book GoPro. And he also made the movie called The Rise of the Entrepreneur, which if you have not seen that movie, it's only an hour-long documentary and it is so powerful and empowering. And I suggest all of you watch it. If you haven't seen it, let me know and I'll send it to you. It's on YouTube. And yeah, it's huge. It's incredible. So he normally gets paid a ton of money to do these workshops and presentations for thousands and thousands, like 15 to 30,000 people. And he's actually going to be coming to our little convention and presenting to us. It's only going to be a couple thousand people max, maybe 2,000, but who knows? So that's how small we are right now, you guys. Like, seriously, it's incredible. It is just the beginning. We're just getting started. But so he's going to be coming and presenting to us. And if you rank Diamond by convention, which I really hope all of you do, you will actually get an extra 3-hour training. There's going to be a personalized Diamond training with Eric Worre, which is freaking crazy. That's literally going to be like a couple hundred people. And he's like the smallest big conventions he does are literally thousands and thousands. So this is going to be incredible, powerful training. Also, for anyone who doesn't know about his book, GoPro, it is extremely life-changing, super powerful, really potent information. And it's really cheap, but I got it on Audible. So I just listened to the audio recording of it, which is one of my favorite ways to listen to books because I can just be to read books, to listen to them. Because I can be driving, I can be, doing anything and be able to listen and get this incredible information. So GoPro, check that out. The Rise of the Entrepreneur, and let me know if you need this information again. And then also our convention, which is happening in August, the first weekend of August. Okay. Also, so plugging yourself in to the team calls and the support calls is paramount in the inspiration, getting the motivation. And with what we're doing here, it is your own business. So it in terms of like waking up in the morning and having energy and inspiration to go. It helps so much to get on these calls. It like changes your whole day to have the kind of inspiration and support and connection and training that we get from our support calls. So we have, and there's so many, we literally have a Monday Zoom. We have these pop-up ones like today that I'm doing for like as many new people as I could get on here. And then we have our Tuesday through Thursday, we have our the A-team mastermind calls that are really powerful. And I'm actually going to be leading the call on this Thursday. So if any of you guys are available to be on that. And then we have 5-day-a-week transformation calls, transformation support, which is incredible. So there's so many. There's literally a call every single day, if not like 2 or 3. And then there's a getting started call on Saturday, and there's a training in the evenings, business training in the evenings on Tuesday. And then there's a lifestyle call with Dave Sandoval on Wednesdays in the evenings, where you get to find out all this incredible information about the products, product knowledge, and detailed knowledge from the man who has created them and has helped create this business. So there's so much information and resources available to you, and it's all completely free. It's all just there to help support you and your business and what you're doing in the world, your mission. All right. So, so the key to this and everything we do, hi, cute, Ruby Chase. She's like half naked. Hi. What? I'm doing a Zoom call for the new people. So the key to this and pretty much everything else that leaks out onto everything that we do is it's an acronym. Key. It's keep empowering yourself. So the key, KEY, keep empowering yourself. Let you guys write that down. And really, you keep empowering yourself so that you can empower others. And whatever it is for you to empower yourself, whether it's getting extreme product knowledge and knowledge information about our business, network marketing, watching things, reading things like the GoPro, watching Rise of the Entrepreneur, looking up all the powerful, incredible books that are available to us. There are so many books and videos and tons of stuff about this market that we're in, network marketing. And it's absolutely life-changing. Getting to things like Unconvention that's happening this weekend, which I know, Grayson, you're not able to. Dion, if there's any way that you can, I know you work. Oh, it'd be so worth it. And doing things that really empower you and keep helping to build your belief in the system, in the products, in the team, in the support, and everything that we have available to us. And then also doing things like your morning practices and your yoga and your meditation and eating healthy on the long side of Purium, and really being a product of the product, getting these powerful superfoods into your body every single day and helping you to be so nourished and so enlivened with this nutrients that you're actually able to go out there and people will notice this huge glow about you and this just beaming light. And people are like, what's going on with her? Like, even people I don't know come up to me and they're just like, wow, you're glowing. Like you look so happy. Like, what's going on with you? And then I'm able to tell them, well, I'm living my dreams and helping people to empower. I'm helping to empower and awaken the people. And I'm, on these superfoods every day. And so just continuing to be a product of the product. And that really speaks for itself. And then continuing to stay plugged in with the calls as much as possible and using the system that we have available like this, which I'm going to go over actually right now, the game plan, and then continuing to share, keeping the momentum building and being consistent. And remembering also that the fortune is in the follow-up. There's so many people that get so excited and want to be a part of this, but it's really up to us to follow up with them. And oftentimes we'll be like, oh, well, that person hasn't called me. It's like, no, it's up to you to call them because we are so busy. Think about how busy we are just as a people, like in general, so much is going on. And this kind of a thing will just be pushed to the back burner unless you are like reaching out and actually offering this and reminding them of what's available. And when people say that they're super busy and they don't have time for this, those are the people that need it even more than anyone else, because they need some quick, healthy, accessible nutrition that will absolutely change everything else in their day-to-day lives. Like the other day when Haley and I were on Connect calls all day long, literally all day long, I didn't eat. I did not eat. And because I wasn't just helping her, but I was helping a couple of other people on our team as well, and getting people signed up myself. So I thank God for Purium. You know what I mean? Like I was able to get so much nutrition and so much energy and motivation, and it really helped fuel my body. So I was able to continue on. And so for those people who are super busy, they are mostly succumbing to convenience, and they're stopping at the local, like whatever store to get like a quick, protein shake for whatever, $5-6 that doesn't even compare to the kind of nutrients we have here. Or they're getting a protein bar, or they're having cereal, or whatever it is. They're stopping at the gas station and getting a really gross genetically modified sandwich or, just fast food in general. So it's extremely powerful what we have in terms of like finding what it is that people need. Are you so busy that you need this? Are you wanting to take care of your kids? Like, what is it that you need, and that we can help support you in? So really quick, I would love, Haley, I don't know also like how long you'll be able to be on this call. So I would love for you to share your experience just in a couple minutes, if you could just share, because Haley just got started this last week, and it's extremely powerful what she was able to do in just one day. Haley, are you still on the call? I think you're on mute. If you
Yeah, give me 1 second. I literally just in the bathroom, so hold on.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoy the bathroom. So just to give you a little, so Haley, actually, we had met last year in Santa Fe, New Mexico at a festival. We both ended up in this really sweet little like artist dome. We spent just like, there was a whole group of us, but she could just really feel the energy, and we just wanted to connect. And so I believe she found me on Instagram. I don't think we were Facebook friends, maybe we were, but found each other on Instagram, and she had just been like kind of following what was going on, and which is a really exciting thing, like that, ways of staying connected. Like we didn't even have each other's phone numbers, but she had me on Instagram, and was able to see what I was posting, and I had been posting some stuff around Purium, and but the way that I was doing it just resonated with her a lot more than what it was previously from the people she had been talking to. And I'll have her just like explain her experience. So I won't take that away. While we're waiting. Okay. Haley, you ready?
Yeah. It's
Awesome.
cold. In a second, it's snowing outside.
Oh, beautiful.
I just did my morning asana practice, and I'm putting my socks on.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess the biggest thing is that I've developed a relationship with my community where they trust me because I talk from an authentic place about my health. And it's kind of just built up from there, that a lot of feedback I get from my friends is that they trust me, and like whatever I'm investing my energy into, they know that will be also good for them, especially when it comes to health and food specifically. It also says so in my astrology chart, which is fun. But so I feel like the biggest pearls that I can offer to everybody is just be your authentic self when you're sharing. Don't try to talk any part of yourself up. Like, be confident, of course, but just like be authentic, and also educate ourselves on the power of greens, so as you up greens in your life, you'll feel the effects, and you'll realize that like all of the stuff that we're learning about the power of greens is actually very true, and it's going to cleanse and strengthen our entire body, mind, and spirit, just like Rachel has been saying. So I'm studying to be a naturopath, and I do iridology or herbal medicine, and I know the power of greens. And so it's really an intelligent platform for us to be sharing and helping people and helping ourselves too. Like, that's where it starts, is helping ourselves. So if we can all have this amazing tool to nourish ourselves and to cleanse ourselves and also have monetary support, it's really, really genius. And the way that I shared this is actually before I even bought a package, I posted on Facebook that I was thinking about doing this cleanse. And it's amazing because I had already been talking about wanting to guide people through a spring cleaning cleanse because I find it's a very, very important time to cleanse. But I didn't quite know how. And then I had kind of like put off, and I didn't really, I just didn't seek it out, it sought me out. So I posted like, who wants to join me on this cleanse? I'm thinking about doing it. And I had such an amazing reaction. That I was like, okay, I can make my money back tomorrow. So let's invest my $500. And yeah, I've had lots of community support and lots of people being interested, from like buying platinum packages to just like, oh, let me think about it. Let me research their products more and all of this stuff. And I've been dedicated to helping people. Like Rachel was saying, like, this is a business of relationship, which is really what all businesses should be, is like relating authentically to people, regardless of if you're selling anything or offering anything or whatever. Like, we're not going to have success if we're not able to connect and to relate with people. So my biggest pearl is just be authentic and experience what it's like to be authentic. And if somebody's not interested, let it go, because like we were saying last night, for every no that you get, that's a yes that could happen. And it just means that you're connecting with people and being authentic, and they're being authentic with you, that right in this moment is not the time for them. And if we just say, okay, I trust you, they're like, awesome, cool, noted, for future when I am ready for this, that she is chill and like chill, my package, I think it's going to arrive tomorrow. I hope it's today. And I'm just like, please, FedEx gods, put the package on my doorstep. It's cold and I can't ride my bike in the snow and I don't have food. So please. But we'll see. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions for me, I'm totally open to answering anything, or anything else you want me to share, Rachel. I'm super open to answering.
Yeah, so one of the really just special things about this experience with Haley was that she really trusted her intuition and also my guidance of, she hadn't even ordered yet. And I was like, the best thing you could do, and she wasn't sure about which package to get yet, and so the best thing you could do would be to just make a post about it. And again, sharing really authentically, being like, I haven't done this before. I'm really excited. I want to try it. Like, who wants to do it with me? And then I was like, and know if you're going to be able to make your money back really quickly. And so she did that, and the response was huge, like she said. And then the very next day, we signed her up in the morning, and she spent the whole day like sending out the videos through the Purium app, because when you get a platinum pack, you get a month free of the Dreams technology, which I suggest taking full advantage of, because after you're done with that month, hopefully, I'm sure you'll make enough money to be able to then buy Dreams technology for the year. But she took full advantage of it. She spent the whole day connecting with people, sending them the videos, following up with every person that mentioned that they were excited about the cleanse and about it. So all day Thursday, signed her up in the morning. All day she was connecting with people, sending videos, introducing them to the Core 3 Nutrition page and saying, hey, here, you want more information? Here's this page. It's amazing. Tag them in a couple things that they might be interested in. And that's like the system of the way that we do it. You just give them a higher source of knowledge, more resources. They start asking questions. Here's a couple videos, more questions. Here's a few more videos, and let me put it in the Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next day, Friday, the day after she had signed up, again, still hasn't gotten her package. We spent the whole day in connect calls, connecting with all of these amazing, incredible women who are doing huge things in the world, big, big hearts and missions and beautiful stuff. We just spent the whole day connecting with them and getting them signed up. And by 9:30 at night on the day she started making her connect calls, one day after she signed up, she had already ranked consultant. By like 12 o'clock, she ranked consultant. So she got a bonus for that also. And then she was a 1 platinum pack and a little bit and some change basically to ranking director, double ranking director in one day. And that is really like from that sharing authentically and like offering people and being like, who wants to do it with me? We're starting a cleanse on Monday. So it'd be great if you could order the next 2 days so we can get your package by then, you know? And but it was so natural. And so she wasn't pushing anyone. Like it was just really just flowed naturally. And again, people really buy from people they like and people they trust. And so when you're offering people something like this and they already have some in you and who you are and like you as a person, like they're going to be so much more likely to want to try something that you're offering them, you know, instead of just going to whatever store and buying the local cleanse that's available where they get no support. They get no community help. There's no calls. There's no transformation support calls for just buying it from a regular company, you know, and they actually have someone that can help guide them through it. That's what we have with this, which is huge. You know, someone is going through a very powerful cleansing, healing transformation. To have no support in doing that can be really detrimental. And honestly, it can make it so that people
dangerous.
Yeah, and it can be dangerous.
And disheartening.
Totally. And it's interesting when you think about how many, you know, people will just go to some store or whatever and buy like a 4-day juice cleanse, but they're like addicted to Xanax or Prozac or like any other like medication. It's actually really dangerous to just try to like stop those medications and go on to do a cleanse. So that's part of the number one reason why we also want to be doing these connect calls. So that's one thing also that sometimes people can feel a little weird about. They're like, oh, connect calls, like that's weird, like a 3-way call. But it's really powerful. And you just say like, we're offering what we have available or the way that we do it, really not just that we have available, but this is how we do it, is that we offer you, before you get started, a wellness consultation where we can find out what is going on with you and your body. And we can offer you the best possible package and products for whatever is going on with you, because everyone is different. So we don't just want to sign them up and throw a transformation package at their door. It's actually doing them a disservice to do that, because we really need to find out where they're at, what kind of diseases or ailments they may be having, what they might be going through, and how we can support them in that. And you know, oftentimes, like Haley got to experience the other day doing like back-to-back connect calls, she was like, wow, I learned so much about my friends. Like I had no idea they were going through, some were struggling with some really intense stuff and, you know, had this like crazy background history of things that were going on with them and their health journey. And, you know, she was like really blown away. She's like, I thought I knew this person really well. And like, you know, you don't always know those kinds of things. Like people don't always share that. But on a connect call, when we're getting really deep and we're saying, hey, like, what's going on? What are your health goals? You know, what do you have right now in your life that like, is there something that you're addicted to that we need to know about so that we can help you to get the best package possible and what's going to really support you in your healing journey? So thank you so much, Haley, for sharing. And thank you for being also like such an inspiration. So many people have, you know, just gotten inspired from even her story that just happened this last week. Like, wow, she literally made her money back from her platinum pack in one day, like one day. So it's incredible. And I just really want to thank you for your, like what you've been doing and the way you've done it. And it just so many people already. And I'm really excited to see how many more people you're going to help with everything you're doing, the naturopath journey, the iridology, like everything. You're just doing some really beautiful work in the world. And, you know, Pulling is just another tool that you can use to help awaken the people and heal the people.
I totally just missed everything that you said, but heard that last little snippet. And so I know it was super lovely and inspirational and sweet and nourishing. So thank you. But I missed it. My audio just like went crazy. But I felt it. Thank you.
Sending you bursts of love and gratitude and just super inspiring. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful to see the snow. Oh, that's lovely. I'm busy at some point. Okay, so basically just a really quick rundown of the way this one is like a modified. Haley, will you go on mute because the background noise? Thanks. So the way we have this game plan, that's an acronym, GAME. So it stands for G, and it says on here, but it's go public, which is basically what she did, right? You make a post, you tell everyone about it, you let people know what you're doing this, journey of cleansing, healing, superfoods transformation. And in your post, you don't want to be like Purium, 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 because then people will just look up Purium and they'll find it on their own and they'll probably buy it on Amazon. They won't have support. They won't get the $50 off. They won't get the 60-day money back guarantee. We really don't want to let them just research it themselves and find it themselves. So we want to just use the words like superfoods transformation, superfoods cleanse, healing my body. So that's really important too. And then once people start asking questions, then, well, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So go public. So that's sparking interest in people, right? Making a post on Instagram, sharing it to Facebook, and letting people know, just friends and family, whoever else you feel like, anyone that you think may be interested, and also not judging the people that you're calling, because you never know where someone is at. We don't know what's going on with someone. We don't know what kind of struggle or pain, or like, who knows? People like in LA, I forget the statistic, but it's absurd. It's like 85% or something of the people with those extremely fancy, nice cars that you see, like, can barely afford the cars that they have. They can barely, if they're like living in a like little shack, but they're like, I got my nice car and it gives me value. And it's really sad. It's really, where that's coming from is that people don't value themselves and they think that they need an outside source that gives them value. And so really like having compassion for those people and knowing like you just never know where someone is at. So the most important thing that we can do is not judge people.
Can I add something to that? It's just like, so I don't live in Boulder now, but I've lived the majority of my adult life in Boulder. And it's known as one of the most fit cities in the nation. And at the same time, it's also the city with the highest rate of eating disorders. So that brings it back to like what you said about like not judging a person, and also another reason why so many people need this, because like even if we look fit or we're slender or we're toned, does not mean that we're healthy, and that's why just so many people can benefit because we all can get depleted and we all need extra greens, and regardless of what our package looks like, on the outside world, or what our car looks like, we don't really know what somebody's actually going through until we talk to them about it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's so powerful. And that, remember, where people are, we just really don't know where people are at. And so the power and the magic in not judging people. And, you see someone who's skinny and you're like, oh, they're healthy. Like, no, skinny does not mean healthy. And one of the things I've really discovered over the last 7 years of doing holistic healing is that there are like the average vegan and vegetarian is so deeply malnourished, and yet they look good. They got fit bodies. Sometimes they got good muscle, but the food that they're eating is not giving them nearly enough of what they need. And oftentimes they're actually suffering within their brain because of it. Oftentimes those people are, they're not producing enough serotonin, and dopamine and other things that like help them stay happy and healthy and vibrant, because they're not getting nearly enough B12, or they're not getting enough of the iron and the magnesium and everything that does come from the meat. They're not like supplementing it. You can't just like take something away and then not feed it in another way. So that's something that's really important with like creating balance, right? And so often, like I just had someone the other day who's like, I'm just going to quit coffee cold turkey. And I was like, well, how long have you been drinking coffee? And they've been drinking coffee for years. If you're going to just quit coffee, you got to either like slowly take it out of your life, or at least be adding something in that's going to help you, like the white American ginseng, the revitalizing adaptogenic energy, or like the kamut, which is going to help nourish your cells and give you cellular energy. But it's really, it can be really detrimental if someone just all of a sudden quits something and they're not adding something in. And I've seen that happen a bunch of times with friends that go cold turkey vegan. out of nowhere, like just meat every day, dairy, and then just nothing. Their body's like, what are you doing to me? And then they oftentimes don't last very long. They go right back to it because they didn't give their bodies what they needed to actually sustain that way of living. So this is really, really important. And this is a big part of like what we have to offer, is we have something that can give them what they need and can create that balance to give them more nourishment on a cellular level. Okay, so game plan. G is go public, right? Okay, so you're going to be sharing it with friends and family, sharing it with aloha. Welcome, April. Hi, Leah. So G is going public, and you're going to be sharing that with friends and family, letting everyone know what you're doing, and helping people to just open their minds and basically create this interest, create this like spark of interest within them. And it's really powerful. Also, we call it word vomit. And especially when people get really excited and they're like, I'm doing this thing and it's organic and it's vegan and we got this community and there's all this business and you can make money and and people are like, oh my God, like I don't want anything to do with that. Like, so one of the really important things is we don't want to word vomit on people. And it can be hard because when we're really excited about something, that tends to happen, right? But then you're like pushing people away. So it's a balance of being, you want to, okay, well, it's like you want to spark interest, but you want to like be mysterious, right? Because mystery, when you pull back, you're like, ooh, what does she have? So it's this difference of, think about like we're these little energy balls, right? So imagine being like, da da da, like this is what I have, but I'm gonna like kind of pull back and come over here. And then the person immediately, as you pull back, the person comes closer and wants to know more. And then you kind of just play this little like dancing game of energy. So in terms of being a little bit more mysterious and like having that energy where you're pulling back a little, you want to just, if someone asks or they see you, you're shaking up your green drink and they're like, oh, what's that thing? You're like, oh, it's this amazing superfoods, like crazy magical superfood drink that I'm doing. I'm actually on this cleanse right now. And then they start to, and then that's it. You don't say anything else, just that. Just amazing stuff. I feel incredible. It's incredible. Just share from your own little experience, like really quick, like something like that. I feel amazing. I have so much energy, whatever it is, right? Just a sentence or two, simple. And then they're automatically going, they're going to either ask if they can like try it, or they're going to start to ask more detailed questions. And then what you do is tell them that you're not an expert. You just have been trying it. You actually just got started recently. You're you're either about to do the cleanse or you're on the cleanse, or you just started putting it in your daily body. Your daily body, you just started taking it daily. And all you know is that you feel great and that you love it. And then when they start to ask more questions, you then use the system and you're going to be plugging them in to the tools. So always using a higher source of knowledge, giving them another resource besides you. Okay. You want to show them that you're not the expert, and that's part of being authentic too. You're not going to like sit there and tell them everything that you possibly know when you don't really know. Like you don't really know. You just started. Like you don't know how much the packages are. You don't know how to get them started. Like you don't know. So just be authentic. I don't know. I'm not the expert. But let me send you some videos. I got some really cool videos you can check out. And if you want, we have this amazing Facebook page called Core 3 Superfood Nutrition. I'll invite you to the page and I'll tag you in a couple posts. And that's where it starts. And then just don't answer any of their questions. And then as they start asking more questions, you can set up a call like a couple days later to check in on them, or you can text them and be like, hey, you get a chance to watch those videos and see what they say. And if they did and they have more questions, then you can set them up with a 3-way call, or what we call connect calls, and set them up with a wellness consultation. So we offer, which is huge. Just so you guys know, in my evolutionary life and intimacy, I charge $150 an hour, $150 an hour. And I'm giving completely free. And of course I do scale. Like one of the things Purium has actually been so powerful in is that because I have this like steady stream of income coming from Purium, I'm able to do sliding scale. And I don't like to tell anyone no. If someone's ready to lifestyle and wants to change their world, I don't want to turn anyone away. So it's been have the money from Purium that's allowed me to help people that don't have the money to pay my regular fee, So anyway, we have these wellness consultations that we're able to really get clear on what someone is needing, right? That's where we ask the questions. That's where we're connecting them to a higher source of knowledge. And the way that the connect calls work is we'll say, we'll be on, like, we set up a call, either like schedule it, like have an appointment with them. You just say, you know what, I would really like to introduce you to someone, and she's going to be able to give you a lot more information and answer any of your questions. So let me just see if she's available. I know she's really busy right now. It's like, it's spring season. Everyone's wanting to cleanse. Everyone's wanting to do these transformations and get ready for like summer. So let me just see if she's available. So then you click over to your 3-way. You try to call me first. If I'm not available, you can also try Naeva. And we also have a whole upline team, which I can give you guys their information, and we'll make sure you get to connect with each and every one of them at some point. And if someone isn't available, you'll then say, like I said, it's a really busy time, but I really want you to meet this person, as they can answer all of your questions and really help give you the consultation that you need to be able to figure out what package is going to work best for you. So as soon as they call me back, I will call you back, and just end it there. Don't go into answering any of their questions. You just want to really put it off on that other person, okay, as being the expert and being the one that is going to take care of them. Okay. Then if they do answer, so say I answer, you're like, hey, this is my friend. Say, this is my friend Leah. Grayson, say your friend Leah is really wanting some support in her consultation. So the way that a Connect call works is you would edify Leah first, your friend, and you would say, hey, this is my friend Leah. I've known her for 3 years. She's a yoga teacher. She's also a mom. She's got a little 3-year-old baby who's amazing. Leah's an incredible leader in her community. People really look up to her, and she's been searching for some kind of fast nutrition. She's super busy. She's just really needing some support in that. And then Leah, this is my friend Rachel. Rachel's been in the business for, I think, 2 years, probably, something like that. She's really knowledgeable. She's been a holistic healer for 7 years. She's an evolutionary life coach. She's got a ton of information on these products, and she'll really be able to help answer any of your questions and just help you out with whatever you need, right? So that's called edifying. So we edify the person we're getting on the phone with, and we edify both parties first, okay? So you're not just going to get on the call and be like, Grace and Leah, Lisa, Grace, and it's that's it. No, it's then I don't, we really want, it helps build up the energy too, and it helps, each person feels really good when you edify them. They'll be like, ooh, thanks, that feels good, thank you. You're kind of stroking their ego a little bit, but really you're being super authentic. You're speaking from an authentic place. You're not just going to speak things that you don't know. You're only going to say what you do know and your experience of the person. And you could even say, Rachel's an incredible leader. From my experience, she's helped me so much in guiding me through this. Just speak from your heart. Then the way that it works is you're literally, so after you introduce them, you're going to go I'm so happy to get you both on the phone. I'm excited to hear what comes of this, right? Then you're going to click on your phone, mute. You are going to go on mute, and you're going to let those two people talk and have their wellness consultation. And then what I normally do, what I would highly suggest, is have your notebook ready, or go get your notebook immediately and listen. Just listen and start taking notes, because this is where we really learn. This is where, besides the calls, and doing your own research, and then the Connect calls, these are the main training tools that we have, because we learn so much on these Connect calls. We get to really understand how the Connect calls work. They're going to be asking so many questions, and we're going to be asking them questions to find out what's going on with them. This is really where the absolute magic happens, where we get to go dive deeper and find out everything that they may be needing that our services can provide. And you find out the ways that we ask the questions that get to the answers that help them show what they are needing, which is it's such an art. It's a beautiful little artistic way of finding out how we can help people. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful experience. So Connect calls are key. So that's basically how, and then at the end of that Connect call, to basically, be like, oh, are you ready to get signed up now? Do you want to get started? Or when can I call you back to check up on you? Or not even being I'll call you in a couple days to check up, something like that. And letting people know that you're going to check in with them. So where's the game plan? Okay, so with the game plan, right? So it's go public, and everyone should have this sheet. But then A in game, G-A, A is ask the magic question and avoid word vomit, right? Like we talked about. So avoid word vomit and just ask them. And there's multiple things you can ask depending on the person. You can say, have you ever heard of the 10-day transformation? Or have you ever heard of Core 3 nutrition? Have you ever heard of Purium? Some kind of question that's going to spark their interest. So ask the magic question and then move. M in game, move them through the tools. And so that's always, again, like we talked about, always giving them a higher source of knowledge, higher source of information, let the tools do the talking. This is what's so important. We don't want to talk for them. We want to let the tools do the talking. Did someone want to say something? Someone's off mute. Do you have a question?
Oh, no, I just had to go in and out to reconnect my Wi-Fi, but we're back on mute.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if anyone does have a question, go ahead and, go off and let me know. Okay, so move them through the tools. Let the tools do the talking. We have so many tools available. That Core 3 Superfoods page, the videos, getting them on a connect call. Also texting in that little text thing that I sent you guys. It's like a little box that has all this information. There's the text information that has text the word Team Sandoval and text the word Purium to the 55678, and that's going to really plug them into the system. It's going to send them updates for our calls and everything. So that's another resource. So we've got tons of tools. Then after moving them through the tools, then we're getting them on. The last thing is to get them on a connect call, the wellness consultation, and then you enroll them and get them started right. So getting them started right is doing like a face-to-face meeting, doing a Zoom call like this, using healthy happy hours where they get to meet someone in person, they get to try the superfoods, and then also plugging them into like the calls that we have. Once they've been enrolled, we can plug them into these calls that we have throughout the week that we're going to have this one starting in like 15 minutes. We've got another amazing call from our upline, our leaders in the team, in our team, which are incredible, absolutely magic information what they have for us. It's like one of the things that they say is success leaves clues, right? So if you listen to the people who have been doing this business for a while and who have had success in the business, we have these mentors, these leaders that can help us really save a lot of time and energy as well, because they have already been through it. They've been through everything, like so many different things, and they can really help us to learn how to succeed, right? Okay, so that's the game plan. All right, so does anyone have any questions off of anything that I said so far, or if there's anything specific that you're like, okay, how do I find this, or what do I do if someone says this, or anything so far? Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. I heard you talk about the dreams technology. I don't think I've heard of that. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Naiva, actually, would you mind explaining that really quick? I just really need some water.
Yeah, hi everyone. So the Dreams technology is an amazing app that connects our back office website and our cell phone as well. It's a really amazing feature because when you first get signed up, if you don't have Dreams technology, you can't really see your points in your back office and what everybody's doing. But more importantly, when you're first getting started out, is the phone app and all the features that are in the phone app. So go ahead and go to the App Store or Google Play Store and look up Purium. You can download an app. It has the leaf logo, like a Purium leaf logo on it that's green. Download that app, and then to log into that, you'll use your same username and password as you do for your Purium account. So you log in the exact same way. And then, like Rachel mentioned earlier, that app is amazing. It has like company videos. It has like all of our brochures. It actually has like 100 automated posts for you. So you can literally go into the app and look at hundreds of our posts. We have posts about it starts with 10 days that are featuring our cleanses, like group cleanses and stuff like that. We have ones that are for Go Big 2017, which is more of like the business launch, kind of sharing more about the business side of what we have to offer. And then there's also like hundreds of inspirational quotes from like every inspirational leader that has been on earth, basically. And they have those all in there, like pictures of leaders with quotes that they've done. And, and so great things. It's just super easy. You go to the thing that you want to share. Like you can scroll through there. There's literally like a few different options. And you can scroll through some of those posts and find one that relates to you and be able to share it. And it actually even like writes out a message for you. So you can either use the automated message or you can write your own because you just like the picture. It's totally up to you. Or sometimes I'll use the message, but I'll kind of make it my own and add my own info into it and still kind of use the template that they give me. So there's a ton of great info in that Purium app. So I definitely suggest using it. What's great is that you can use those apps. You can send them through email. Like right on the app, it will give you a choice. So you can send it on email. You can copy the link and like go send it through Messenger, or you can send it straight to your friend on text message. The great thing is if you use the text messaging service, like I'll try to go on mine right now. So if you use the text messaging service, then you'll get an automated response when the person that you sent it to looks at it. So it's a great way to know when to follow up with your friend, because you'll send them, say, the farm to family video or the products video, and then when they watch it, your phone will actually notify you and send you a text and say, you know, John is looking at the thing you sent him. I don't know, that tells you exactly what he's watching, but you know, whoever you send it to, basically it will tell you their name because their name is in your address book. And because you used your address book to send the link, then it will send you an automated thing back saying like, this person from this phone number looked at your information. And it actually is super easy because then their phone number is right there in the text message and you can literally like call them back and be like, so what do you think about the video? Or, hey, have you seen the video yet? You know, like sometimes I don't want my friends to think like, oh my gosh, she's like she's got superpower. She's spying on me. Like I just watched the video and she's like calling me 2 minutes later. So sometimes I just want to like, you know, wait 10 minutes and then like call my friend and be like, hey, how's it going? You know, hey, have you had a chance to watch the video? And then they're like, oh, I just watched it like 10 minutes ago. You must be so like on it. And you're like, oh, wow, that's amazing. You just watched it. So what do you think? You know? So it's kind of cool. I love that feature. So I don't know if you guys can see my app. It's probably blurry and crazy, but at the top, you have all your favorite ones. So as you find the ones that are your favorite, if you like it, then it will pop up and give you like all your favorites at the top, which is great. I have like the business planning worksheet and like my favorite brochures and like the compensation plan at the top. Then the next row is all the videos. So all company videos, the business videos, Million Mom Movement, anything that you want. And then the next one is the social media squares. So it gives you all of that. And then at the very bottom, you also have all the podcasts. So the podcasts are recorded calls from our company leaders, the owners, and so there's product calls as well as business training calls on there. So this app, I love it. My favorite tool. So make sure that you download it on your phone and use that. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, and Grayson, you have that because you got a platinum pack, you have that free for 1 month. So I would start using that like ASAP. It's incredible. It's such a game changer. They only came out with this last year. And before that, we literally like, I have a notes page in my phone that is just like page after page after page of like YouTube video link, like 10-day transformation, YouTube link, Dave Sandoval talking about this YouTube link. And I would just send those out, which was great. It worked, but like, this is so simple, so easy. You can send it to anything. So we're like so blessed to have leaders who, you know, once right now it's like in our company, we make money and then it goes right back into the business. We're like just putting back into making it better, making it easier. Cause we're such babies right now. This business is so new and so fresh in terms of the network marketing side of the business. And so it's like, we're just constantly right now really working on building it up, branching it out, making sure we have like just pouring more into the business. So yeah, we're just getting started, which is actually really freaking exciting. Like we are the roots. We get to be the roots that really ground in and create those like steady, strong trunks into the earth and help to heal the earth and help to heal the people and awaken the people and give them everything that they need. And again, like this quote, which is such magic, I love it. In order, or if I'll say if we want our dreams to come true, we must first awaken. And we are literally in the business of awakening the people. It's incredible. Oh, what is that? Will you read it to us?
Can you read it? Because I am so happy and grateful now that I am living a fulfilled and abundant life by being proficient decision maker, empowering myself and expanding my comfort zone, operating with love, integrity, and gratitude, and being a servant leader, knowing in full confidence that I am supported, trusting that everything I need and want comes from an infinite, never-ending source.
That's beautiful. Will you screenshot that and send it to our group text?
Yeah.
I love that.
You might get this or a different quote when you go to Diamond Club. This is from when I went to Diamond Club.
Oh, I'm so excited to go. Thank you all so much. Literally every single one of you on this call and every single one of your teammates who you brought in helped me get to Diamond. Like, seriously. And it's been something that I've been like working for a while now. So I'm just like so grateful to every single one of you. Without just one of you, I would not have made it. So I just want to thank you again so much. And that's the power of like what we have here of this community. It's like we help others. We rise by helping others, and by us helping ourselves and giving ourselves this magical nutrition, we become this light and this empowered being and just glowing, and that we want to help others, and then we help others, and then they help themselves, and then they help others, and then they help themselves. It's just like absolute magic what we have. And we call it in the company, we call it perpetual cyclical abundance, perpetual cyclical healing, perpetual cyclical just freaking magic, everything that we have. And just like the toroidal field and the way that the earth, then just in nature, everything works. If you think about it, it's like we are the roots. We go down, we dig the roots, we come back up as like the seeds, which is what's happening right now, being springtime, right? It comes back up, it grows into a tree, then it falls and drops its own roots, and it comes back down. So this is literally the cycle, that toroidal field, that infinite, like the infinity symbol, right? So what we're doing is like we feed ourselves, then we can go out and we can feed others, and we feed ourselves, and then we can go out and it gets bigger. We feed ourselves out and gets bigger. So it like starts like that and then just gets bigger, 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 goes out and creates more momentum, goes out and creates more healing, goes out and creates more abundance, and it's never ending. And if you look at it just like the golden mean, like the golden mean ratio, or like the ammonite crystal, like, or the ammonite fossil, you can see it's like this and never ending, bigger, 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 bigger. It's the spiral. It's the infinity spiral, and it is within everything. And that's the magic of spirulina also. Spirulina is literally, if you look at its DNA, it's a spiral. It's like a never ending little spiral. And it's just like fueling us with the magical earth medicine, especially when you have the highest potency like we have Imperium. So it's all freaking a part of the infinite, as we are a part of the infinite, and we becoming these beacons of light and love and hope and healing and health and wellness. It's like we get to just be this like anchored heaven on earth, and getting to show people what it is to live in a level of optimum health, optimum wellness, optimum abundance, and get to experience what it's like to live in heaven on earth. And to get paid for that and bring abundance into your life for that is like, it's like the clouds part and the sun opens up, and it's like we're just beaming rays of sunlight, and being able to get paid to do this work is absolute like heaven on earth. And honestly, like I said, as some of you know, like this was too good to be true for me for a long time. I was like, oh yeah, right, that's too good to be true. Like I just kept like I had this block around like when something was so good, it was too good to be true. And I don't have that anymore at all. Like I've really stepped into it, and I see what's possible. But you know, it's also a really good thing to be compassionate to those, and understanding that some people are still in that mentality. You know, some people are still in that the 9 to 5. They can't imagine working for themselves. They can't even imagine not having to have a time clock, checking in, checking out, and not getting paid per hour. Dollar per hour paradigm is so ingrained in us. It's like, it's absurd to some people, and they are going to there are some people that you're crazy for thinking that it exists and that it's a scam or whatever else. But just the more that you can just build your belief, and that's the power of going to these and watching the rise of entrepreneur, reading the book GoPro, reading the book Ripple Marketing that was just written by our incredible leader David Skoltedi, who is in our upline. He's amazing. Like right? Beach money is I think you can just hear those words and get it, but like literally making money while you're at the beach. Like there's another incredible book. And so just, seeking out to learn more about the system, and the more that we can learn about the system and build our belief in the system, the more we are going to be able to really come from such an authentic place and really be able to help people. So we have our next call happening in 4 minutes with our upline leaders. If any of you are able to make that, it's so powerful. Even if you're just getting ready, you're driving, whatever else, just have it on speakerphone, have your headset in. Even if you're just listening with a half ear, you're still going to get incredible knowledge. So we'll do another call like this, or maybe I'll even talk about this on Thursday. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about yet. But we actually just talked about this recently. But basically the 7 areas of belief are what you want to really, like rate yourself on, and then look at those areas and be able to, I'm going to put this up. So these are the 7 areas of belief. And so what you want to do is actually rate yourself on your belief in in all of these areas. So it's 0 to 10, 10 being absolute, like full belief. And you want to rate them. So then when you find out what it is, and I can take a screenshot of this and like send it to you guys. But what you guys want to do is rate yourself in all of these areas. So then you can look and be like, oh, my belief in the industry is only a 6. Like, okay, what do I need to do? Watch Rise of the Entrepreneur, get the books, get the GoPro, listen to the books, watch them, look up network marketing online, like build your belief in the industry that we are in. And just so you know, the industry, network marketing, has created more self-made millionaires than any other industry in the world. Period. More self-made millionaires than any other industry in the world. So if anyone tells you, oh, that doesn't work, you're like, not for you until you're ready, but like, I know what's possible. You know what I mean? So building your belief and just be rooted in asking questions. Just ask questions to get people to just be curious, come from the heart and be curious of what people are going through, so you can figure out how you can help them. Okay. So we'll leave it with that. And yeah, we've got our call starting at 11. I'm going to be leading the call on Thursday. So I hope you can all be on there. And then we've got another call tomorrow at 11. And we've got our transformation support calls every Monday through Friday, I think at 5:30. And all of that is on that little square, like that I texted you guys, that has like all the call information. I know Grayson looked at it and he was like, it's a lot of information. But when you start to like switch your mind and look at it of like, wow, this is all the support I have. It's not just a bunch of like random numbers and stuff. It's like, this is all the support I have available to me for free. Like, are you kidding me? Like what? So it's incredible what we have. So take a look at that little card when you get a chance, and see what times may fit in, whether it's only 1 or 3 calls a week or whatever you can do. And again, whether it's only that you're listening with one ear and the other ear you're doing things with it, it's like still having that there to be able to get ingrained in your body, your mind, your system. It's going to be very powerful. So if any of you guys have, if you have another question, I'm still down to like go for a couple more minutes and answer another question, and then we'll hop onto the next call at 11 whenever we're done with this. Do you have any questions, Grayson, or anyone else who's new? Hi, April. I haven't met you yet. Did you? Who got you started?
So April's on my team under Summer.
Oh, cool. Hi, nice to meet you, April. Awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was great. I love this because you actually pointed a whole bunch of things that I make a mistake of doing. So I'm like, oh, that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Well, there's so much more. There's so much learning. There's like, I literally have notebooks and notebooks of information. So it's like, I can't even begin to like get it all in, 1 hour, an hour and a half or whatever. But if you just keep hopping on the calls and keep, researching and doing your own research, and the most, I can tell you, the most learning I've gotten has been on those calls, 4 to 5 days a week, and then on the connect calls. So much information. So just get on those as much as possible, and let's all just go ahead and hop on to our call that's happening right now. And thank you all so much. It was such a pleasure to see all your beautiful faces.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Love you. My pleasure. Mwah.
Mwah.
I love